and welcome to EnglishCraft. I'm excited to discuss today's topics, focusing on new opportunities and upcoming challenges.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the English Podcast. My name is Emma, and I'm really happy you're here today. If you're learning English, I hope this story helps you relax while improving your listening skills. Today, I'd like to tell you about my morning routine. It's nothing extraordinary, but I believe many people start their mornings in a similar way. So, make yourself comfortable, and let's begin. Every weekday, my alarm goes off at exactly 7 o'clock. I use the same soft alarm sound every morning because I don't like loud noises the moment I wake up. Even so, it's never easy to leave my warm bed. For a few seconds, I stay under my blanket with my eyes closed, enjoying the quiet. Sometimes I think, maybe just 5 more minutes. But I know that if I fall asleep again, I'll probably wake up late. So I smile, reach for my phone on the bedside table, and turn the alarm off. I slowly sit up in bed and take a deep breath. My room is still calm, and the morning feels peaceful. Before I stand up, I stretch my arms above my head, then my legs and shoulders. Stretching always helps me wake up, and it makes my body feel much lighter. It's a small habit, but I never skip it because I always feel better afterward. Next, I walk over to the window and pull the curtains open. Bright sunlight fills my bedroom almost instantly. I love this moment because it feels like the whole world is waking up with me. I spend a minute looking outside. People are already walking to work. A cyclist rides past my building, and someone is walking a golden retriever down the street. The trees move gently in the morning breeze, and the sky is clear and blue. Seeing such a peaceful morning always puts me in a good mood. Before leaving my bedroom, I make my bed. It only takes a minute, but I enjoy doing it. I straighten the blanket, fluff the pillows, and make everything look neat. When my room is clean and organized, I feel calmer and more productive. It's a simple habit, but it helps me start the day the right way. After that, I head to the bathroom. The first thing I do is wash my face with cool water. It wakes me up almost immediately. Then I look in the mirror, smile, and quietly say, "Good morning, Emma." It might sound a little funny, but I like starting my day with positive thoughts. I believe that a good morning often leads to a good day. Then I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. While I'm brushing them, I usually think about everything I have planned for the day. Sometimes I think about work, sometimes about meeting friends, and sometimes I simply enjoy the quiet without thinking about anything at all. It's a peaceful part of my morning that I really appreciate. Now it's time for one of my favorite moments, a warm shower. I turn on the water, wait until it's the perfect temperature, and step inside. The warm water helps me feel completely awake, and all the sleepiness slowly disappears. Sometimes I think about my goals while I'm in the shower, and sometimes I quietly sing my favorite songs. Don't worry. I only sound like a professional singer in my own imagination. When I finish, I dry my hair with a soft towel and brush it until it looks nice and tidy. Then I put on a little face cream and get ready to choose my clothes. I open my wardrobe and look at a few different outfits. Since today is sunny and warm, I decide to wear a comfortable white t-shirt, light blue jeans, and my favorite white sneakers. I don't need anything fancy. I just want to feel comfortable and confident throughout the day. Finally, I take one last look in the mirror. Everything looks good, and I feel ready for whatever the day brings. I check the time on my phone. It's 7:35. Perfect. I'm fully awake, dressed, and ready to continue my morning. The only thing missing now is a good breakfast, so I leave my bedroom and head toward the kitchen. As soon as I step inside, the first thing I do is open one of the windows. Fresh morning air fills the room, and it always helps me feel even more awake. The kitchen is one of my favorite places in my apartment. It's not very big, but it's bright, cozy, and always makes me feel at home. Every morning starts with coffee. I honestly can't imagine beginning my day without it. I fill the coffee machine with fresh water, add my favorite coffee beans, and press the start button. Within a few seconds, the kitchen is filled with the wonderful smell of freshly brewed coffee. While I'm waiting, I take my favorite white mug from the cupboard. It's nothing expensive or special, but I've had it for years, and somehow coffee always tastes better in that mug. While my coffee is brewing, I begin preparing breakfast. I usually don't have a lot of time in the morning, so I prefer something simple but filling. Today, I decide to make scrambled eggs with toast and a few slices of avocado. I heat the frying pan, crack 2 eggs into a bowl, add a little salt and pepper, and mix everything together. As the eggs begin to cook, I put 2 slices of bread into the toaster. A few minutes later, everything is ready, and my breakfast already smells delicious. I sit down at the table with my coffee and breakfast and take my first sip. That first sip of coffee is probably one of my favorite moments every morning. It wakes me up, helps me relax, and gives me a little energy before work. I eat slowly because I don't like rushing through breakfast. I think it's important to enjoy the beginning of the day instead of always being in a hurry. While I'm eating, I look out of the kitchen window. From here, I can see the street below. More people are leaving for work now. Cars are driving past, and the small cafe across the road has already opened. A few customers are sitting outside, enjoying their own morning coffee. Sometimes I imagine how interesting it would be to spend a whole morning there with a good book. After breakfast, I check the weather on my phone. Today's forecast says it will be sunny all day with a light breeze and a comfortable temperature. That makes me smile because I really enjoy warm weather. I won't need my umbrella today, which is always good news. Since I'm already holding my phone, I read a few new messages. My best friend has sent me a funny picture. My mom has wished me a wonderful day, and one of my coworkers reminds everyone about a meeting later this afternoon. I quickly reply to my friend and send my mom a heart emoji before putting my phone back on the table. Before I finish my coffee, I turn on some quiet music. I usually listen to soft acoustic songs or relaxing jazz in the morning. Loud music feels too energetic right after waking up, but calm music creates the perfect atmosphere while I finish getting ready for the day. I also have a little orange cat named Leo. As soon as he hears me walking around the kitchen, he comes running toward his food bowl. Every single morning, he acts as if he hasn't eaten for days. I laugh every time because he always looks so serious when he's waiting for breakfast. I fill his bowl with cat food, pour some fresh water into his water dish, and gently pet him while he starts eating. Leo seems happy, and watching him enjoy his breakfast always makes me smile. Once I've finished eating, it's time to clean everything up. I carry my plate, fork, and coffee mug to the sink, wash them with warm water, and place them on the drying rack. Then I wipe the kitchen counter, put the bread back into the cupboard, and return everything to its proper place. I like leaving the kitchen clean before I leave home because it's much nicer to come back to a tidy apartment after work. When everything is clean, I take one last sip of water, look around the kitchen, and smile. Breakfast is over, the dishes are done, Leo is happy, and I'm almost ready to leave. The only thing left to do now is pack my bag, grab my keys, and get ready to head out for the day. I don't like rushing in the morning, so I always try to prepare everything carefully. It helps me stay calm and makes the rest of the day much easier. The first thing I do is pick up my backpack from the chair near the front door. I open it and make sure I have everything I need. My notebook is inside, along with a pen, my headphones, a small umbrella just in case the weather changes, and a reusable lunch container. Even if I don't always use everything, I prefer to be prepared. I also add a small pack of tissues and a bottle of hand sanitizer. They're simple things, but they're always useful. Next, I take out my phone and check my schedule for the day. I use the calendar on my phone to keep track of everything. Today looks like a normal workday. My shift starts at 9 o'clock, I have a team meeting in the afternoon, and after work, I'm planning to meet my best friend for coffee. Looking at my schedule helps me organize my thoughts and remember everything I need to do. I enjoy having a plan because it makes my day feel less stressful. Before putting my phone back into my bag, I quickly check the battery. It's at only 38%, which definitely isn't enough for the whole day. I plug it into the charger for a few minutes while I continue getting ready. Those extra minutes usually give me enough battery to last until the evening. I don't like leaving home with a nearly empty phone because I use it for maps, messages, music, and sometimes even work. While my phone is charging, I walk over to the small table near the entrance where I always keep my everyday essentials. My keys are exactly where I left them yesterday. I pick them up and hear the familiar sound they make as they jingle together. Right beside them is my wallet. I quickly open it to make sure everything is inside. My bank card, my ID, some cash, and a few loyalty cards that I probably use more often than I should. Everything is there, so I put the wallet into my backpack. Then I head back to the kitchen one last time to fill my reusable water bottle with cold, fresh water. I always carry water with me because I try to drink enough throughout the day. It's a small, healthy habit that I've managed to keep for several years. Once the bottle is full, I place it carefully inside my backpack next to my lunch container. My phone has charged enough now, so I unplug it and slip it into my pocket. Before leaving, I always check one more thing: my appearance. I stand in front of the mirror in the hallway and take a good look at myself. My hair looks neat, my clothes are clean, and everything seems just right. I smile for a second and quietly say, "Okay, Emma, let's have a great day. Now it's finally time to put on my shoes." I sit down on the small bench near the door and lace up my favorite white sneakers. They're comfortable enough for walking and standing all day, which is exactly what I need. I grab my light jacket, put my backpack over my shoulder, and take one last look around the apartment to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Just as I'm about to leave, I hear a familiar little meow. My cat Leo walks slowly toward me with his tail held high. Every morning, he follows me to the front door as if he's making sure I'm really leaving. I kneel down, gently scratch him behind the ears, and smile. "Be a good boy while I'm gone, okay?" I say softly. Milo starts purring and rubs against my leg. Sometimes I think he understands every word I say. Before opening the door, I give him one last gentle pat on the head. Finally, I step outside, pull the door closed behind me, and lock the apartment. I always check the handle once to make sure it's locked properly. Now everything is ready. My backpack is packed, my phone is charged, Leo has been fed, and I have everything I need for the day ahead. Taking a deep breath, I start walking down the hallway toward the elevator. A brand new day is waiting for me, and it's finally time to head to work. With my backpack on my shoulder and my keys safely in my pocket, I finally leave the apartment building and step outside. The fresh morning air feels cool and refreshing. I always take a deep breath before starting my walk because it helps me wake up even more. The streets are already full of life, but everything still feels calm. The morning has a special atmosphere that I really enjoy. The city is slowly waking up, and everyone seems to be starting a brand new day. I begin walking through my neighborhood at a relaxed pace. I've lived here for several years, so almost every street feels familiar. I know where the small cafe is, where the flower shop opens every morning, and which streets are usually the quietest. As I walk, I notice people heading to work just like me. Some are wearing business suits, some are riding bicycles, and others are walking quickly while holding a cup of coffee in one hand and their phone in the other. Everyone has somewhere to be. A young father walks past me while holding his little daughter's hand. She is wearing a bright yellow backpack and happily talking about something before school. An elderly couple slowly crosses the street together, smiling as they enjoy their morning walk. A man is jogging through the nearby park with his headphones on, and someone else is walking a large golden retriever that looks just as excited about the morning as its owner. Watching all these different people always reminds me that everyone has their own routine and their own story. A few minutes later, I pass my favorite bakery. Even before I reach the entrance, I can smell fresh bread, warm croissants, and sweet cinnamon rolls. The wonderful smell fills the whole street. Every morning, I'm tempted to stop and buy something delicious, but today I remind myself that I've already had breakfast. Still, I smile as I walk by because that smell always makes me feel happy. Through the window, I can see the bakers arranging fresh pastries on the shelves while customers are already lining up inside. Soon, I arrive at the bus stop. Luckily, I'm a little early today. There are already several people waiting quietly. Some are reading the news on their phones, others are listening to music, and one woman is reading a novel while she waits. I check the electronic timetable, and it says my bus will arrive in 3 minutes. Perfect. I like arriving early because I hate running after a bus. A few moments later, the bus pulls up to the stop. The doors open with a soft sound, and everyone gets on one after another. I tap my travel card, smile politely at the driver, and find a seat near the window. Sitting by the window is my favorite part of the journey because I enjoy watching the city pass by. As the bus begins moving, I put on my headphones and start listening to some relaxing music. I don't like anything too loud in the morning. Soft music helps me stay calm while I watch the streets outside. The bus passes busy intersections, parks, office buildings, schools, and small local shops. Every day the view is almost the same, but somehow I never get tired of it. While looking through the window, I begin thinking about the day ahead. Today should be quite busy because Fridays are usually the busiest days at the supermarket where I work as a cashier. Many people come shopping before the weekend, so I know there will probably be long lines at the checkout. Even though it can be tiring, I actually enjoy talking to customers. Every day I meet different people, hear interesting conversations, and sometimes even make someone smile with a simple, "Good morning." Small moments like that make my job much more enjoyable. About 20 minutes later, the bus reaches my stop. I press the stop button, thank the driver as I get off, and begin walking toward the supermarket. The large building is already easy to see from the bus stop. Employees are arriving one by one, and delivery trucks are unloading fresh products near the back entrance. As I walk through the employee entrance, I recognize several familiar faces. "Good morning, Emma," one of my coworkers calls with a smile. "Morning," I reply as I wave back. I greet Sarah from the bakery section, Tom from the fruit department, and my supervisor, Lisa, who is already checking today's schedule. Everyone seems to be in a good mood, and the positive atmosphere immediately makes me smile. I put my backpack into my locker, take out my name tag, and put on my work uniform. Before heading to my checkout, I take one last deep breath. The store will open in just a few minutes, and another busy but exciting workday is about to begin.